I'm going to say that historically, a trade deal has two purposes. This is something I've written also about, and the two purposes are one is market access, and the other one is economic growth and strategic alignment for political context. But recently, we've seen that market access is not something that a country like China would want to do a trade deal for, because 17% of that country's GDP is on exports. Rest is all domestic market. So I feel like we need to revisit the idea of doing a trade deal only with the access or having access to a market in that country. It has to be strategically aligned. US and India need to sit together and see what are they aligning on. Is it only market access, or do they want to set a standard for the rest of the region to come together and do trade so that the rest of the region can see benefits of two big economies aligning with each other? So it has to be strategic than transactional in my mind.
Anand, top of your wish list.
I'm cognizant of the COVID-19 crisis. And, when I think about India and the United States as being two of the, three largest COVID countries in the world, I think this notion of aligning trade around shared challenges and shared opportunities, I think is key. COVID is reshaping the world, and throughout the crisis, we've seen both countries come together kind of on PPE, pharmaceuticals, and then vaccines eventually. How can we integrate those, that framework, the preparation for the post-pandemic world, and make that a centerpiece of how we bring the two countries together on the trade front? So that's kind of on the challenges side. On the opportunities side, certainly, I think the digital space is a key area. We've seen, even in spite of a formal framework, I think linking the two countries, we have seen, the largest and best and brightest of our tech companies pairing up with Indian companies as well. Investors are pouring in billions of dollars. So how can we build upon that? Exactly as Mark laid out, how do we broaden the agenda to make sure that the regulatory frameworks and the policy frameworks can actually, grow this investment and grow this partnership rather than, turning it into a form of an irritant in the broader relationship?